Hi every person, welcome back to an additional Reddit unfaithful story. Prior to we beginning, please hit the subscribe switch and also notice bell if you love to enjoy more disloyalty stories. Wish to discover exactly how to get back your ex-lover? Examine the web link in the summary box to find out how. What's my next move? Am I to blame for unhappiness or am I just weak? I, 41F, have actually been married to my spouse, 41 meters, for 2 decades, together for 21, as well as met in college. We have 3 children, 18 meters, 14F, 12F. Bottom line is that he has cheated on me numerous times as well as I figure out after the fact. I am bisexual, and also have actually generally had women relationships before him. I told him this was a substantial part of my sexuality and also really feeling completely satisfied, and also he was okay with it. Around our 10th year of being married, I approached him concerning having a non-monogamous partnership. We read books on it, discussed it and set limits. My kink was hearing concerning him with other women. Concerning a year, and I told him that I was having fantasies of being with a male. He was super uncomfortable, as well as within a very short time he told me that he had cheated on me years previously while he was temporarily based in CA as well as I was in NC. Our open partnership quickly closed down. This was while I was pregnant with our youngest. One was a one evening stand, and also the various other was his schoolmate. When we finally transferred to CA, this women classmate offered me a funny really feeling as well as my gut told me something was wrong, yet he convinced me there was absolutely nothing. I also tossed a Super Bowl celebration for our buddies, and also this person entered into my home, around my children. I really feel disgusted composing this. I found out about all of this happening during the first time we were buying a home. I went through it blindly. 'Cause how could I just say stop, during a huge process? We closed, he deployed for several months after. Fast forward to fall 2019, and we started talking more openly about our sexuality and maybe one day having an open relationship. Our sex life was great, we are spending a lot of time together, exploring boundaries. Christmas comes, family is in town, drinking and such. Go to bed and see his phone open. Yep, a full-on text thread of flirty texts with someone. We fight. I met the girl on Instagram, we texted, she sent emails and texts. He lied, shocking, I know, about having to go to work, when he spent 2 weekends with her. He works out of town and she came to our area on her birthday, and the very next night took me out. He has maintained that we never had a very vanilla relationship. I say bullshit. Having an open relationship with boundaries does not excuse cheating before or after. He went on another deployment at the beginning of COVID and since returning has been different. Cold, digging his heels, and that he is unhappy with my mood and my cycle of being angry and wanting him to respond in certain ways. To maintain relationships, I saw a psychologist and DX with severe anxiety and depression and even suggested I go on short-term disability. My oldest has mental illness struggles and a lot of our energy goes into making sure they are maintaining safety. I've started medication and am seeing a therapist. We've had sex maybe 10 times in the last 13 months. Cue the Reddit responses of he's cheating again, duh. We have agreed to counseling. I told him that I have been unhappy and that any further conversations should be with a therapist because we don't get anywhere. I am unhappy with his infidelity and lying and all the feelings of betrayal, but also cannot fathom a future without seeing my kids every day, or seeing him, codependence, daddy issues maybe? Every day. He is unhappy with me and how over the course of our marriage I have questioned his manhood. As the majority of our marriage he has been the breadwinner, with statements I've made such as I thought he'd be further in his career, that he has not seemed happy being a family man and would rather be by himself because he makes more I statements than we statements. I have apologized for saying these truly hurtful things, as they were not my intent of harming. I now feel like I have been an abuser towards my husband by what he has been telling me how he's felt after all these years. When I bring up my feelings of shame and guilt, he tells me he can separate our relationship from what he did. I am at a loss, feel stupid when I consider myself a fairly smart person. Do I leave now after being cold-shouldered after infidelity? Am I to blame for how I've treated him? I know this is long, I tried condensing as best as I could. Here are some of the best comments from our community. Oh my god. Grow a spine and fucking leave him. He is not treating you with respect and he is not a partner to you. He's cheating left and right and you're sad you won't see him every day? He's not worth it. Go out and find someone who thinks the world of you. The first step you take is to invest in yourself. Investing means seeing professionals and working on yourself to be happy within those boundaries you set. see a lawyer and a psychologist. Get the ball rolling on divorce. You can cancel up to the last minute. But taking that first step will be very liberating. Most psychologists will work you in on an emergency basis. This is an emergency. Financials. Next, start setting up a fund for when you are divorced. Do that immediately. Cancel all joint credit accounts. The last thing you need is to be saddled with his debt. I would ask him to leave the house and go stay somewhere else, like his girlfriends. Be aware of the sunk cost fallacy as it applies to your marriage. Being together 20 years does not guarantee anything, especially when it's with a known cheater and liar. Don't put another 20 years into this marriage expecting anything other than what you've already gotten. And finally, don't carry his burden of guilt. He didn't cheat because of you or your marriage. He cheated because he's a self-centered, unloving, uncaring, untrustworthy, low-character snake. None of those descriptors say one thing about you. With that in mind, tell the people you care about who he is and what he did. Put that burden of guilt directly where it should be, on him. Your post is way too much about your husband and what he did. But it should be much more about you and what you want. What do you get out of this marriage? You cannot live with not seeing him every day, but what do you actually get out of seeing him every day? Does he make you feel loved and respected? Is he a partner that you can trust blindly and that went above and beyond to win back your trust after each time when he cheated on you? What is the reason that you want to stay married to him when he showed you clearly what your future will look like if you stay with him? This is about you and not him. This is about the way you want to be treated and about the love you want to experience. Put the focus back on you and away from him. You are worth so much more than to be treated this way. ! You have never done anything to address the repeat infidelity in this relationship. The body always keeps the score. He lacks empathy completely for what he does to you. Your marriage is pretty much over. He will cheat again because it's in his DNA. It's your choice to stay in a loveless serial cheating marriage, but it's a disservice to your children to see their parents unhappy. He has no real commitment to change. You can change everything in the world, but he'll still cheat again because it is who he is now. Your husband is a cheater, period. Do you think your discussions about being open created the opportunity in his head to cheat? Sometimes even bringing up him lifestyle will kill a marriage. If you separate everything, you both are to blame for destroying any relationship you had. He cheated multiple times. That's on him. You proclaimed to be bisexual after marriage, asked and partook in an open marriage, shared a desire to sleep with other men. Not really sure what you're trying to save. Certainly not a marriage emo. An additional dishonesty story. I really feel alone in my marital relationship, so I cheated as well as wish to again. I am 34, cheated with my partner of 4 years. It never obtained physical, it was sexting as well as photo. Never got to the physical call. I was daydreaming regarding it all the moment. I obtained caught and also it really injured my marital relationship, a lot that we saw therapy and also it assisted. The factor for my dishonesty is that she has no sex drive for me. She constantly has something good to state concerning other men on TV or face to face, like wow he is attractive, those kinds of things. Even when I lost 30 pounds never ever stated anything nice. I am 6 feet 200 pounds currently and also attempt to keep fit as well as nothing. I have never done that to her and try and make her feel less attractive. I would try to flirt with her, make things fun and spontaneous for us. But everything was always shut down on her end. It would be 9 p.m. or on average when I would try to fun with her. I take care of kids more than the average dad, I think. I cook, clean every day. I do my honey-do list every week, work 50 hours a week and full-time student also. I make time for her every night and I don't ever get anything in return. A cuddle, thanks, you're doing awesome, I mean nothing. There is no physical contact with my wife at all unless she initiates sex. Other than that, it's nothing. It is driving me nuts already, I can't do it. I want to have someone to tell me, thank you, you're doing great. I'm proud of you. Those are the things I would get from the cheating, and this woman knew I'm married and she's supportive in so many ways that my wife won't do. Now I'm having the urges of going back to that person and feeling appreciated again. I agree, this feeling of being lonely and married at the same time. What do I do? I've tried talking about this with my wife and she just tells me I'm a big softie to deal with it. Thank you for your time. Here are some of the best comments from our community. Dude, just move on, because if you cheat again, things are going to get messy, and she will make sure that you are dragged in court. Also, You are putting her physical health at risk by sleeping around. Hey bro, you are an awesome person. Your kids will remember everything you do for them when they get older. Only then will you reap what you sow. They will remember dad making a delicious meal before bed. I don't know your situation with your wife, so I can't comment on that topic. But you're trying to get a Medal of Honor when you got busted having an emotional affair, and that is not going to happen here, there, or never. I'm not saying you're a bad person, I'm saying you will not get rewarded for bad behavior. Cheating is for assholes. Talk to her. Try counseling. Consider an open marriage. Divorce. My 2 cents, there might be a chance she's cheating, so that you might want to check for unusual behavior, etc. If not, it doesn't sound like she doesn't appreciate what you do for her and your family. It doesn't give you the right to cheat, though. But it gives you the option to leave, which is what I would do if I were you. I think both of you have damaged the marriage beyond repair. You with your cheating, and her with her negligence as a wife. Scenarios like this are why I think infidelity goes beyond just cheating. There are several forms of infidelity that isn't the physical/emotional act of cheating. The day you stop trying as a spouse is the day you are being unfaithful to your partner. Those stuck in unfulfilling marriages need to start calling their negligent spouses out on it and let it be known that if it continues, they will walk away. Your wife is one such spouse who seems to have checked out and no longer cares if you go on your life trapped in a loveless and sexless marriage. So just do yourself a favor and file for divorce. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.